Hey, my name is Kim. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a Media Monday post. It's been a while, or post video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I've been really meaning to do a video on our favorite teen-friendly PG-13 scary movies, and so I thought with it being almost Halloween, it was the perfect time to do it. Sorry about my lame background, by the way. I don't have anything fun or Halloweenish to go on. I do have a cat and a dog you can watch. So today I wanted to share our top 5 scary movies that I've watched with my kids. So all of these they all have jump scares. They're all scary movies, kind of like what you would see when you go trick-or-treating, when houses are decorated with scary sort of decorations, or what you would see in a haunted house, but not like over-the-top disturbing, not gory, and no like nudity or sexual content. So they're all PG-13. I think 1 or 2 may actually only be PG. And so they're perfect to watch with your 12 plus sort of aged kids, or at least if your kids are not sensitive and like scary stuff, they will love these movies. So these are movies that we've watched several times, and my kids love them. So I thought I would share them with you. I'm gonna share my top 5 and then also 5 others that we have liked, and a little bit of what you're getting into if you choose to watch these movies. So I'll start with the mildest ones and then work my way up to the more moderate sort of movies, and then I'll share the other 5 that I have in mind. So the first one was made in 2020. It's called Come Play. I wrote a little description for it, so I'll read it out to you. It's a bit of a satirical look at how tech is negatively affecting our kids. And so in this movie, a boy with autism, I think he's about 9, maybe 10 years old, can't remember his age exactly, but he comes face to face with a monster named Larry who only comes to life when tech is being used. And this is particularly challenging for the boy because he is nonverbal and he uses an iPad to speak. Excellent movie, really sweet ending. My kids cried at the ending, and not because it was scary, because it was sweet. So highly recommend that one. It doesn't have great ratings on like IMDb, but we love it. It's rated about a 6 out of 10 on IMDb or something like that. I would give it a 7 or 8 out of 10. We really enjoyed this one. It used to be available on Netflix. It's not anymore. You can rent it on Prime, and I'm not sure where else it's available streaming wise to watch because I don't have all the streaming services, but you can rent it on Prime. The next one was made in 2016. It's called Before I Wake. Another fairly sweet scary movie. There's a few jump scares, but this one I would also recommend to watch with your tween age sort of kids. Actually, even my 7-year-old really enjoys this movie, but he likes scary stuff. So in this one, a couple who's recently lost their son take on fostering a young boy, and they soon learn they're in over their heads when it becomes apparent that his dreams and also nightmares come to life. Again, just like Come Play, there's a very sweet ending, and it's wrapped up really nicely. This movie is available to watch for free on Prime. Highly recommend this one. We love this one. I would also rate this one like a 7 or 8 out of 10. Love this movie. So the next one is a little bit more intense, but not much more. It's PG-13 as well. Poltergeist, so made in 2015, and it's available to watch on both Prime and Disney Plus here in Canada. So it's based on the classic horror movie where a family moves into a house. They learn after their youngest child disappears that the house was built on an ancient indigenous burial ground, and they end up needing to call in the big guns to help them get their daughter out of there. I actually kind of feel like Insidious was sort of based on this a little bit, which I'll get to next. This is a good movie, a little bit more intense. There is one scene where the mom and the dad almost do a little more of the make-out, but it doesn't show anything. It just kind of shows them kissing on the bed, and then they get interrupted, which honestly, I think it's healthy for kids to see that happen in a committed relationship or a marriage relationship. So I don't have an issue with that, but I thought I would warn parents that is in there. There is very mild language in this one. I think there's a couple uses of the word shit, one use of the word bitch, and That's about it. Pretty mild language in this one. All right, so the next one, a little bit more intense, but also PG-13. And this one is Insidious. So we love this movie. This movie came out in 2010. I remember I was about 19 or 20 when it came out, and I remember thinking, everyone talking about how scary it was. Watching it with my kids now, it doesn't seem quite so scary. There's some great jump scares. There's no gore. It's really a fun, scary movie. If you don't know what this is about, classic horror trope, family moves into the house, realizes things aren't quite right, and also that someone in their family may have a gift that will help them get out of this. It is a great movie. There is traveling to a supernatural realm, kind of like in Poltergeist. We love this one. This one, however, does have one F-bomb, if I'm remembering correctly. So if that bothers you, maybe steer clear of this one. For me, hearing one F word is not a huge deal as long as the language isn't like constant in the movie, but just once is not a big deal to me for my tweens to watch. So this one is available on both Prime and Netflix here in Canada. So some options for you. The last one, and again, this is probably the most intense of my 5, is The Conjuring. Again, it's rated PG-13 here in Canada. I think it's 14 plus. That's sort of the equivalent here. PG-13 movies in the States will get a 14A or a PG rating up here. So I think Come Play was PG. All of these are PG-13 in the US, but then The Conjuring and Insidious both got 14A ratings. So The Conjuring was made in 2013. It is based on the true stories. Well, there's some controversy over this, but based on the seemingly true stories of Ed and Lorraine Warren, who were paranormal investigators, I think in the 70s or 80s. And in this movie, the two work to help a family who are being, being terrorized by a demonic presence. So I consider this one a little bit more intense because there are demons involved. To me, that seems more intense than just like ghosts and stuff. Hey! But lots of jump scares. There's one scene where someone gets bitten by a possessed person, and so it's not super gory, but there is that. So it's a little bit scarier. And this one, again, like I said, PG-13 or 14A. There is very mild language, just one use of God, whatever. So those are my top 5 tween appropriate PG-13 scary movies. Now here are my 5 honorable mentions, and I'll leave you to go look these up on your own. All PG-13, all lots of fun for my kids. Mama, The Ring, The Boy, The Grudge, and The Boogeyman. So hope you have fun watching some scary movies with your older kiddos, possibly. And thanks so much for watching. I will see you in my next video, and happy Halloween.